Welcome back to the After Hours Art Stream, everybody. How are you doing today? I am RC, your host, and today we are pretty much going to be doing a continuation of my CG Herald draw stream yesterday. And that means we are going to be continuing to showcase Patrick Quinlan's Phenomenon number 3 and River of Blood Second Chance campaign. Going to do a quick share of my screen so you can see where the campaign is at. And we have a little bit more than there was yesterday, so that is definitely good. If any of you backed because of my stream, thank you. And yeah, let's keep this going. Let's keep it going. I'm going to, since I went through the whole campaign yesterday, I'm not going to go through the whole thing today. I am just going to play the trailer, and then we'll jump right into the inking, or I guess a little part of the drawing and then inking. So give me 1 second to pull up that trailer. Alrighty. And I have the link pinned in the chat if you would like to go and check it out. Going to exit out of that. And then I will pull up my iPad screen. And I'll get started on that drawing. Alrighty. So now that we have all that situated, I'm going to tell you what I think I noticed yesterday, or between now and when I ended the stream yesterday. I think I need to make his back arm a little bit higher just to make it stand out, because right now you can't really see shit. This is going to be something that is solely because of the rule of cool look. And if you can't really see it, then it's almost like it's not even there. So what I'm going to do is okay. So these parts I'm going to move up ever so slightly. And then this part over here is going to be bumped out a bit. Maybe moved upward a little. just to give some more space back there. And then the part right near the barrel of the gun is going to be moved up there. Right here. Right about there would be the elbow. All right. And since he has the gauntlets, we're going to put that right here too, so you know that that's an arm. All right. And since we have all of that, I'm going to put his cloak right here. Sort of like it's hanging like off of this part of his arm. And this part can go all the way up here. All right. Got that part. Sorry, guys. I do have a very, very slight headache. So if you notice me like twitching my head around, it's me trying to get that to go away. Not really much I can do now except for if it gets worse, just getting like an aspirin. But either aspirin or something like getting some more water or something like that. But you guys don't want to hear about my headache problems. You want to pay attention to the artwork. All right. And then let's gonna throw some details onto the gun. Try to flesh out where all of that stuff ends. So another thing I need to work on whenever I'm sketching is trying to make it a little bit more clean. But that's something that I know will happen with time. So can't really do much to push it now. All right. Got that part done. That's good. And the good thing with these type of guns is they're so customizable. Like you can do so much stuff with them. This one will probably have like a little dot sight right in the middle. Okay, that works. Oh, my goodness. All right. Then let's throw on some parts of a belt to have the grenades hanging off of. All right. I'm trying to decide if I want to sketch on the areas where there should be shadows, or if I want to leave that for the inking stage. I think I want to keep that for the inking stage, because this part is already pretty decent as it is. I think I know what I'm going to do with the background, because I was going back and forth with this, if I wanted it to just be a plain background, or if I wanted it to have like some sort of like ruins look, like he's standing on like the ruins of a building. I think I'm gonna do that, but still have it so it's not taking away from him. So I'll do something like a broken window frame. So it's not too noticeable, but just noticeable enough. So let's see. Right about here could be where the broken part would be. Okay, got that part. And then probably broken bits of like plaster coming off of there. And then this part back around here would be like bricks. Excuse me. All right. Come on, I just drank before I started the stream. I shouldn't already be having a dry throat. And I haven't been talking for that much. All right. See, what I'm trying to do with these bricks is I'm trying to have there still be some mortar between them, rather than just having like a straight line and going with that. Because I feel like that adds a little bit more detail, but not too much. Excuse me. All right. So we got that. And then over on this side, let's do this. Just so we're not taking up too much focus. I'm not going to touch this area. That'll just be a regular background. But this part over on this side, there needs to be something here to take up that space. I think having like a pile of bricks right about here, like the wall's just been like busted down. I think that will help. And then having this area all be like, this is all plaster or something. And this part's the bricks right here. All right, so right about this size. And here. I'm gonna have it so there's like a little bit of mortar sticking out. And I'll adjust these as needed so that it looks more rubble-ish, rubble-y, I guess, if that's even a word. Probably not, but there's not really much else that I can use to describe it. Okay, got that. Uh-huh. Down there. There we go. And could throw one up here. Okay. A little bit of stuff. It works. And let's put... Hang on. Put like a like a hole here. Maybe like someone's been like shooting at him. May put some down here as well. Just to not put too much emphasis on that space, but like still have something there. Okay. Then up here could be like if I'm gonna make this be like a nighttime scene, I'm trying to decide if I want to do that, because if I do that, then I would need to make the background black. Not sure if I want to do that. Here's what I'll do. Excuse me. I'll do a sun peeking out from behind a bunch of clouds. And I mean like heavily overcast. All right, got that. And then just to make sure that these don't get mixed up, I'm going to layer over this, because those lines are completely separate to the clouds, and I want to make sure that they stay that way. I don't know what type of clouds these are. They may be like cumulonimbus or whatever the heck those are. I forget what like the terminologies for clouds are. That's almost too big. All right, now we're going to get into the inking. And just as always, we'll pick one area, we'll start there, and go from there. Okay, so since I just did that area, let's start with that. Okay. I feel like those shouldn't be like perfectly straight. They should have some sort of give to them, since they were just blasted to shit. All right. Got that. Okay. Got that going. Then we can put some thickness to these, make them stand out. Because the clouds in the background are going to be like thinner lines, so they're not standing out as much. All right. Got that. And I have a feeling that these could be cracked a little bit more. Like maybe like spiderweb cracks in certain areas. But we shall see where I decide to put those. Maybe like these smaller areas could go all over the place, really. The good thing is they don't need to be too noticeable. Like they can be a thinner line and still make an impact, which I think we can do up here. Now this one can definitely use it. Maybe even go a little bit further. Okay. Can have some more lines coming off of there. Okay. And just to throw in some more variety, we can have some longer lines stretching all the way to the sides. Okay. And for these plaster sections, I'm going to add a little bit of 3D elements to it. Just to look like it has some sort of depth to it. All right. There. And let's have some popping out down here. Okay. That works. We can get the bullet holes here. Hello, Kira. Yes, welcome back to the chat. Yeah, I'm just continuing the piece that I was working on yesterday and trying to get past the inking stage on that. I did see that you posted a video, though. I haven't had a chance to actually watch through it, but glad to see that you did. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I only saw one, but I'll definitely pop in at some point and give those a watch. All right. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just noticed the part where you said that the drawing is looking good. So I have the background added, and I moved the back arm up a little bit so that it could be seen a little bit better. But right now with the inking stage, I'm just trying to pick one section and then complete it before moving on to the next section. And since the background will probably be the easiest part to shade when it comes to the inking, I decided I would go with that one first. And the good thing with these bricks and them being in a pretty much a shithole, they don't have to be all straight and pretty. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're low quality videos about the drawing process. I have only one video up right now, but the other two about inking and coloring will be up the 30th and 31st of this month. Awesome. So you're staggering them. That's good. Um hey, any video is better than no video. So even if you start with low quality or what you think is low quality, um you can just pick up something that you want to change for the next video and just improve one tiny step at a time. Everyone starts somewhere. Yeah, I already got 5 views. I don't know how. It's a mystery. Some sometimes I feel the same way whenever it comes to my stuff. Like with the live streams sometimes, I'm like, I don't know how I got this many people popping in. But even whenever it's a small amount, it's still better than nothing. Okay. Oh, you're talking about like in the chat right now? Yeah, it is probably just you. I did start this stream slightly later than yesterday's stream, so I'm not really counting on many people being in here today. But you never know, I might be surprised. All right. One thing I would say from like what I briefly saw for your video, um, try to film more horizontal unless you're doing shorts. I find that it's usually more appealing because you fill up more of the screen for a longer period of time. But if you decide to do shorts, then you could do it vertical. Okay, I'll try that in the other videos I make. Sounds good. All right. I think I want these to be fully black because they're bullet holes. So those are out of the way. And now can color in those bits or crosshatch those bits. Ooh, okay. So you have lore for, correct me if I'm wrong, Raphael? I forget the last name, but I was guessing at the first one. Yep, awesome. I remembered. Alrighty, do you want to share it or do you want to keep it a secret? Ah, okay. Hit me with it. Oh, I am curious. If I play music on here, I'm curious what volume it can be at and you guys still hear it and not be overpowering. Since I still have a minor headache, I'm going to put on very light fantasy music. Okay. Can you hear that? Okay, so when Raphael was a boy, his mom was the only one who loved him, and his father was a drunk alcoholic. One day, his dad came home drunk as always. Oh, the family shotgun. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I would say that that's definitely a tragic backstory that would make a villain. For sure. The hell? Okay. Okay. Yeah, that would definitely make a good villain. It's sort of. Also, we can hear the music. Oh, fantastic. Okay. Just as long as it's not like overpowering and you can still like hear me whenever I'm talking. But yeah, that seems like it would make him a relatable villain. So sort of like on the same spectrum as like Magneto. Mm-hmm. Yes, this is the reason why I take all of these one section at a time, because some of them can get quite tedious. But it's also probably the easiest part to be cross-hatching, because it doesn't have that many curves, and it doesn't need to look pretty. Oh yeah, his first introduction was in a prison. Okay. That would definitely introduce him as the villain. And I'm guessing all the backstory stuff would be sprinkled in throughout the story. It's almost giving me like Witcher aesthetics with the music. Maybe that'll be the next thing I draw, some sort of like fantasy design. Okay. Yeah, there will be hints sometimes, and then there will be flashbacks. Okay, sweet. Now, Kira, how do your protagonists come across Raphael? No, seriously? Seriously, an unskippable ad? Two unskippable ads? Good lord. And I'm not about to be paying for like YouTube Premium or that shit. Fuck that. Okay. Good lord. All right. I think whenever I'm done with the background, I could probably start working on his costume. And then sort of work my way around in that space. Okay, so your protagonists are in a family that Franz got invited to, and it includes the first vampire protagonist, Jack Winters. Did you bring up Jack yesterday, or was that one that you didn't bring up yet? What happened? No. Okay, so you didn't bring him up yesterday. You were holding out on me. Although, to be fair, we did get distracted in like several different branches of conversation, so that's understandable. Okay. So close to getting this mortar shaded in. I'm finding that between inking and coloring, those are both what takes the most time. All right. So, one last little bit. There we go. Okay. You got a lot of characters, Kira. So Franz had to take down another antagonist called Aaron, the coward. Aaron went to bail Raphael out of jail to protect him and his crew, since he's a coward. He also has two other crewmates, Tracker and Axel. Seems like you've got like a group of protagonists and a group of antagonists. That is a bold move, my friend. Bold move. All right. Okay, I can put ridges on this side. Just a little bit. Okay. Goodness. Okay, so I'll go up there. Right about there. I think you might have. My story will be in parts, so if I don't want to include a character in the other part, I don't have to. Also mention that the protagonist will travel around the world. That part you did not mention. Or at least if you do, then I think it may have gotten lost in the messages. Okay, how am I going to do this?
Try the new pepperoni pizza only at Little Caesars, or order online and create your own web pizza. You can order pizza.
Good lord. Okay, which of these have no commercials? I think this one has no commercials. Okay. Nice and chill. To make their family seem like the strongest of the whole story, they also adopted a kid during the time they were traveling in a plane to chase Aaron because the pilot was kind of maybe shot by Axel. Okay. Like I was saying before, you have a lot of characters. I want to say that. Okay. Whoa. Alright. So the plane was about to crash, and the mother didn't want her son to die. Franz felt bad for the kid and took him in. His name is Gladius. Okay. So it'd be in like multiple different like time periods throughout the story then. Or I guess there could be like time jumps and stuff like that. Shit. That's too big. Yeah, you can say that. Okay. Oh, I guess you had mentioned like flashbacks and stuff, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised in that regard. Yeah, that's part of the problem with any story that takes place over multiple years. Making up your minds completely on a timeline. So with my stories, or at least the one that I have partially released, I originally went into it expecting there to be 4 different, at least 5 different main time periods. And whenever I fleshed out the story a bit more, I had to cut out 2 of those time periods. Because it was supposed to be, originally at least, based in like early 1700s, then late 1700s, then early 2000s. Oh, hold up. No. It was then mid 1800s, then early 2000s, and then in when was it? It was like 2117 or something like that. Like a much later year. But whenever I realized that this story would be much better served if I got rid of like the midpoint and also the very far off future, I was like, this is going to turn out much better. Okay, so whoa, okay, something went wrong there. Where's that supposed to go? Maybe, okay, so it is just that. And then let's do the belt over here. Yeah, I got inspired by Arthur Morgan in my other book, The Scientist, but then I changed it to be inspired by an anime. I did not know what I was thinking. Sometimes the best stories come whenever you have no idea what the hell's going on. Like, I had, like, my first story that I wrote was about a pirate captain who takes the daughter of a commodore captive, and it's like sort of like a love story between the two of them and like how their worlds collide. And at the same time, the pirate crew is trying to search for treasure, and it's like on this island that is supposed to be it's supposed how do I phrase it in the story? It's like a very mythical island that like almost no one has been to. And originally the story idea was that they were going to end up battling against like a ghost ship that would be sort of guarding the island. But what I realized was my main villain that I wanted to bring in would actually be better served as a mermaid, like an evil mermaid. So I pretty much scrapped most of the Ghost Crew idea and rewrote everything from like halfway through the story. So yeah, sometimes good stuff can happen from the weirdest points in the story. Because my other story had a thing called the Phoenix Race, and the world government scientists want them all dead because they are too strong. Ironically, the leader of the world government, Simon Hancock, was the same Phoenix Race. Okay. For a second there, I was confused as to what you were talking about, but then I saw that there was the second message. Yeah, that makes more sense. I feel like there should be more visible shadows underneath those. Alright, let's get some cross hatching in. No. Let's wait to do that area until after I get all the rest of this taken care of. I would have called my stories bizarre, but I watched some weirder concepts. Everybody's stories start bizarre in their heads. I'm trying to think of some of like the weird stories that I've come up with. Or I guess I should say which ones I would actually be able to talk about on here. Yeah, I'd have to think about that. Because I know that I've got some weird ones. Alright, let's get this part in here. And then bicep and yeah, right about there. Okay. Oh, stretch the leg. Goodness Lord. All right, so okay. Was it, just out of curiosity, was it a prose book or story, or was it just like the outline of a story? Hmm. What part are you confused about, Kira? I'll try and better explain it if you can tell me what. Okay. Hang on a sec, I need to see something reference-wise. If I have the arm this way, then there would not be anything over here. Okay. Benefits of using myself as a reference. Partially. I don't know. I don't really know, honestly. Okay. Did you write it out like a comic script, or did you write it out like a written story? I'll try to better explain it. I'm gonna have that there just because. Like a written story. Okay. See, the way that I'm coming at it is 41 pages is, at least in my opinion, pretty short for a story. It's good for a short story, but I don't know. It could use a little bit more like meat on those bones for like a full length thing. But if you're doing it as like a comic story, 41 pages would be a pretty decent amount. Because with comics, you don't really need to. You don't need to have as much description in certain places as you would others. Like you wouldn't need to describe like what a character's thinking or anything like that for a comic, because you would just be drawing that. You would just have to write like what they say and what they're doing. I'm still continuing it, and I write pages back and front. I also still need more lore for my characters Theodore, Logan, and Morwa? Kira, did you misspell something? Or do you have a second message that's about to pop up now? I only have lore for Raphael, Franz, Lars, and that's pretty much it. No problem there. It's funny. I have literally had characters that I sometimes made up the story for them as the story went on. Okay. Fuck. Oh, and yes, it's misspelled. It's supposed to say more. Okay. That makes more sense. So, Kira, have you taken like writing classes in school, or have you just been like doing this just because you want to? Mm. When I type fast, I usually misspell sometimes and freaking autocorrect. Yeah, YouTube chat autocorrect is a bitch. Keeps correcting me, like, man, I know what I want to say. Yep, I hear ya. It's like, especially whenever you're typing in characters' names that you know how they're spelled, and the system is just like, or like the autocorrect is just like, no, it's supposed to be spelled this way. It's like, no, I made this character with this name. It's not incorrect. You just don't know me. Goodness. Fuck. Okay. Alright, so this would just go. Yeah, that tends to happen. I haven't taken writing classes in my life. I usually just wing it. I think I have some experience now because I've been writing for 3 years. And yeah, when I spell Franz, stupid autocorrect says Frank. Yep. Yeah, that. I can imagine with a name like that would happen often. I have a character in my stories named Auroris, and that the spell check is always bitching at me about that one. He's not French, he's German. Autocorrect seems to disagree. But yeah, that's always entertaining whenever a program is just like making that decision. Oh, come on. Hold on. So, this area. There would be a light coming from this area. Yeah, you would think that Lars would be an okay name. Because, like, people actually have that name. That one I'm actually legitimately surprised by. He's a human, damn it. Yes, indeed. That's curving up too much. Okay. And then this one will be super thick. No. Okay. Then curve up. Okay. Let's see how this goes. After I get this on here. Okay. Alright, so for the lore for Franz, his family is well stabilized. His father's part of the police force, but unfortunately his mother died when he was young. He wants to help other people by taking out their enemy. Interesting. Or something like that. I still want to tweak his lore a little. I would say up until the point of finishing your story, you'll probably still be tweaking lore. Sometimes even after you finish your story, you could still be tweaking lore. All right. Like, there's some stuff that I didn't know about my lore until I started planning the very later on books. Okay. I know that feeling. Yeah, because sometimes I say his mother or father died, but then I magically make them alive again. My characters are probably saying, "Make up your mind, man." I am all too familiar with that sentiment. Mostly my characters in my later stories. Okay, let's do these while I'm down here. Because they're easier and don't take up too much space. Okay. Nope, stay on. Okay. Got that. Oh yeah. Yeah, you need to get used to that sometimes. Yeah, even though I made them, I still feel like they're a little part of me because when a character dies on my book, his name was Ghost, I low-key felt sad and wanted to make up an excuse so that he is alive again. Ah, so true. There have been so many characters that I've killed in my books that I know that feeling. It's like you have the feeling of there's so much more potential for this character and they're just gonna die. But sometimes the characters do need to die to make the story progress. I decide to make up my mind and leave him dead, but their leader, Lobo, still mourns to this day. The legend says he's still doing it. Well, you can make the characters mourn their compatriots' deaths. That always makes it hit more. Like in my pirate story that I was talking about earlier, all of the crew members that die, that, well, at least the ones that have been around the captain the longest, get their names carved into the wheel. So it's sort of like a constant reminder of like the friends that he's lost along the way and sort of like a tribute to them. Those don't need that. Like, I make a very good character, and I need him and 3 or 2 more to die to make the protagonist unlock a special power within him. Like, my favorite character in my other book, Flair, had to die to progress. I'm guessing there's going to be another message after that. Progress the story, yes. No, Flair, why'd you have to die? No. It's not like I decided it. Yeah. I seem to have like an affinity for killing characters that have like a lot of meaning. Um in my first story that will never be released because God, I hate it now. I actually ended up killing the protagonist's girlfriend in like the first book of a trilogy. And I was like, this is gonna like leave some impact right at the end of the book. And it's like, now that's one of the parts that I hate about it. But it definitely left an impact. That's for sure. Yeah, sometimes you gotta do that. It was such a fun character. I made another character, Isaac, with the same silly and stress-free personality. I don't think I've ever like outright replaced a character. But sometimes you do just have to do that. Like I've switched up roles for characters to sort of fill in the role that of the character that died. But I don't think I've like full on replaced them. That looks like shit. I don't think so. From what I'm guessing, there's probably a lot of stuff that you haven't mentioned. Honestly, I know I haven't looked at your videos yet, but you could probably, like, if you have all of this lore and you're still in the process of building it up, you could probably even just, like, I don't know if, like, while you're drawing something or, like, drawing the characters or, like, character concepts, you could even, like, talk about the lore of that character and what you maybe want him to be, and provide some sort of like um background to what you're drawing. Now, that may be already what you're doing in your videos. Like I said, I haven't seen it yet, but it's just an idea that you could do. Other way. He has two personalities. His dominant personality, Raphael, and his alternate personality, Ryu. Ryu is a warmonger, and Raphael is the calmer and more focused one. Okay. All right, so here is the belt, or the belt that goes across his chest area. Oh, okay. No, I haven't been doing that in my videos. I just put stress-free and not copyright. Yeah, sometimes even putting in like the not copyright, sometimes it's not labeled properly. Like the one that I'm playing right now probably is totally copyrighted. How well do you know the YouTube studio? Oh my days, I'm going to get copyright struck. You'll probably get like copyright warnings. I get that shit all the time, or at least whenever I'm doing streams. That's different than like a copyright strike. Most of the times copyright warnings don't really do anything. It just affects like the monetization. So anything that you would get in monetization from that video would instead go to the copyright holder of whatever's copyright struck. So in yours and my case, we're not monetized, so we don't need to worry about that. It's just something to keep in mind for later on down the line. I don't really know much about the YouTube studio. I don't know anything. I don't know anything at all about the YouTube studio. Okay. Do you upload through your phone or through a computer? I'm guessing your phone since you were filming vertical. Correct me if I'm wrong. Through my phone. Okay. Give me a second. Get off of there. No, I wanted that. Okay. So you may have run into something that I don't know about. But here's what I can say. Yes, tweet at Elon Musk and say, "Get me a damn computer. I want to upload drawing videos." Okay, so there should be a YouTube Studio app. And if it's anything like how it is on the computer, there should be a section that has like actual approved copyright-free music provided by YouTube, and you can download those and get them and put them into your videos. Yeah, if only he would give money to like all of us. all of us artists, and we can like draw him like anime waifus and stuff like that. Or like those cat girl projects that he was talking about at some point. I could go for that. Okay. But yeah, there's music in there that is copyright free. Oh my. I don't think he'd want that. All right, let's keep going. Let's. Okay. This is definitely taking longer than I expected it to, but I'm not too concerned. That is a good goal. Trust me, I am not. Neither myself nor a lot of other artists are quite social in the real world, so you're in good company. Yeah, I'm always surprised whenever I come across an artist who actually is social. So, you're definitely not alone in that regard. Um, fuck. Okay. And then this part would go straight up here. Your classmates are afraid of you. Oh, come on. Just because I sit in the corner of the room quiet and alone. It's not like I bite or something. Oh my. So you need to find out which of your classmates are like artists and talk about stories with them. You can make your own like anime club or a manga club. Make up some like manga strips for like the school newspaper or something like that. If they even do that nowadays. Okay, so I have to get this part done at some point, and might as well do it now. You like waving a knife around? I know who. I'm friends with artists, but they're still afraid of me. My goodness. Did you like start off by telling them how you kill characters? Ah, see. See, that's whenever you know what you need to work on. It's the stuff that you can't draw that you need to work on. It's like whenever I started doing stuff on this channel, yeah, that would do it. That would do it. That would definitely do it. But anyways. But yeah, if you know what you need to work on, a lot of times if you force yourself to draw that thing, that just looks fucking weird. Yeah, that's a big fucking no-go. Okay, so that needs to go down further. Anyways, if you know what you need to improve upon, I find it best to try to like force myself to work on improving that. It's like I perfected anatomy for men almost, but I can't draw women anatomy, like bigger hips and bigger chest area. Can't wait to face my fears. Yeah, whenever it comes to artistic stuff, sometimes you do just have to face your fears. Oh, I need to plug in my computer. Because if you don't face your fears, then you're not going to improve. You'll improve only in the areas that you know how to draw. Okay. And then this area. There we go. Yeah, probably start with Yoshi or Kira would probably be better than Killer. Yeah, I'd be a little bit weirded out if I was anywhere other than the internet. We're good friends now. That's the good thing. Yes, definitely. All right. Okay, got that. Now, if your friends are good at drawing women, you could probably ask them if they can like show you some pointers. And see like what they've learned in drawing that. I draw things for them sometimes, and they draw things for me sometimes. I usually include Wolverine in all the drawings because he's the GOAT. Yes. For me, at least, my friends include their OCs while I'm here. Have your friends put out any stories? Or do they have any planned? Excuse me. I'm here draw. Oh, okay. Sometimes whenever you split things up into two messages, I lose where I'm at in the first one. While I'm here drawing Logan, and yeah, they're trying to teach me, and I'm trying to teach them how to draw Wolverine. I mean, male characters. I mean, if you have like a favorite male character that you like to use as like a reference, go right ahead. It's like for me, whenever I try to draw like female characters and try to learn a different style of drawing, I usually immediately jump to like classic costume Harley Quinn because it's like skin tight outfit, so it shows like where the curves would be, and it also allows for like showing like what the anatomy is going to look like. Oh, okay. For a second there, I lost what you were talking about. No, they say they hate writing and barely draw. I'm the lone writer in the friend group. Oh, so you're gonna be the one who's writing their comics while they do the drawing. All right. Okay. Yeah, my first ever comic was Wolverine and Spider-Man combo. It was the best thing I've ever read. From there, I read more and more books about the X-Men, Logan, and his awesome claws and healing factor. Yeah, Wolverine's kick-ass that way. And I need to figure out what the hell I'm doing. Just finish up down here. And then I'll jump up a bit higher. And yeah, if they want me to write a story for them, I can for the low price, the low price of $5. Now $3 if you have the friend discount. Spoiler, you do have the discount. I appreciate that. Now here's a question for you. Since you like Wolverine so much, have you tried creating like a fan comic of him? And part of the reason why I ask that is because, at least from what I've seen on YouTube, there are certain characters that are extremely popular to draw on YouTube, or even just like get a lot of clicks. I would imagine that Wolverine is one of them, since he is like a very, very big in the X-Men scene. That looks like shit. So if you were to like create like a fan comic of Wolverine and like draw him in your style and create like a story for him, granted you won't be able to make money off of it because of intellectual property rights, but you could still put out like a video of it and have like get some more eyes on your art and your channel. Yeah, I have been. I'm gonna guess you're saying I have been making fan stories of him, but a comic seems very tedious right now because of the homework. Yeah, if you're busy with homework, that would be very time consuming. It wouldn't have to be like done very quickly. It could just do it whenever you have the time. But just throwing out the suggestion there. What the fuck was that? Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's like popular characters would be like Wolverine for one, Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, any character that's like relevant in pop culture at the moment. So, Deadpool, definitely Deadpool. Kara, are you trying to say I have tried making fan stories about him and autocorrect is just causing problems again for you? Okay, so that is all. That's like cargo pants. I tried making fan stories about him and a special someone I made for him. A gorgeous woman, Jo. She has long black hair and green eyes. I think she is the most beautiful character I made. I got the basic concept of what you were saying. You don't need to worry about it. I was just making sure that it wasn't something else. I actually drew him and posted him on my channel. Whenever you drew Wolverine, was it in a post or was it a video? Yeah, it was in a post. Okay. I think I missed that one. But I think you would still have quite a lot of potential with doing that as like a video. It was a couple years ago drawing, so it's not my best. I tried at least. Hey, that's all you can really say when it comes to art. At least you try. Ah, excuse me. Yeah, I want to say cargo pants. You'd probably yeah. No, don't worry about it. At least I tried my best. Oh. Hey, you tried at least is still okay. Tried my best is also okay. They're both not wrong. So, trust me, that does not make you sound like a crackhead. Tried. Oh, I still want to say something else, but I'm not going to. I don't want to get into the drama. Oh my. Nah, you don't need to crash out. If anything, take the crash out energy and like apply it to like an art piece. I find that to be a much better use of my crash out energy. That needs to go further over. God damn it. $11.53, holy fuck. This one may end up being a 3-day stream. All right. But that is still a probably like one of the more tame crash outs that I've seen on YouTube in the recent months. I'm gonna draw Sakuna, and I'm going to make him gorgeous to let me calm the Fruity Loops down. And I'm fine with the 3-day stream. I'll try to be here the 3 days. Yeah, I've something that I've been trying to get better at is trying to actually get these pieces done in a timely fashion. Oh, wonderful for you to show up now, Tank Ferret. Good evening, good sir. Good evening to all of you magnificent bastards and bastettes. Okay, the fantasy music is starting to grate on my ears. Yes, Tank Ferret made it just in time. I'm about halfway through getting this piece inked. I'm thinking. Nope, that's not even close to halfway through. God damn it. I may be like a third of the way through. Correction. All right. Oh yes. Tank Ferret, you missed Kira's crash out here for a second. And autocorrect was causing problems for him with the word tried. I was so tempted. I was so tempted to try an impression of something. Okay, we don't need that on there. Okay, that's fine. Oh no. No, Kira, there's a specific reason why try is so funny to me, but I don't want to get into it at the moment. Lol, I missed that. Tank Ferret may know why tried is a funny word. It's based on something that we were talking about a couple of streams ago. I had to tend to the wife. I had to tend to the wife right quick. She has a brutal toothache. Ugh. Toothaches are a pain in the ass. That's even more of a pain in the mouth. Yeah. Kara, what the hell are you talking about? You were here for like most of the stream. I wouldn't call that barely joined. It was like you, Tank Ferret, and like one person who popped in for one chat. You were there for most of the stream. Unless I'm gonna have to crash out and get some like antipsychotics because I could swear that you were there for most of the time. Man, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Tank Ferret, you're still here though, so. All right. that on there. Deadland has been a hazardous place today. Tank Ferret, are your kids like small children, or are they like in like young teen? I'm trying to gauge like where the crazy level is. I haven't even made it into the office yet. Ooh, good lord, I will be praying for you, my friend. My youngest is 9 and the oldest is 24. That is quite the range. But I can definitely see where the chaos would be. Definitely with the 24-year-old. Definitely them. And Kara, I low-key have to lock in and draw some in my free time, because damn, I draw 2 things today. Oh, my hand. My hand. Kara, you're probably younger than most of the people that would be popping into my chat. Yeah, like I was saying yesterday, and I think Tank Ferret was saying the same thing. There's not many like younger people in the comic sphere that we're both in. I think there's only been one so far, and you're probably younger than even he was. So, Tank Ferret has a lot of kids. Oh, that's hardly doxing. Let me cry. Let me cry. Yeah, it's holy mackerel. Yeah, 22-year-old just had a baby. You're a grandpa. Whew. Oh my. My. I know some people who've just gotten out of actually, hold on. One friend of mine, I'm not sure if she went to college, but she had like just had a baby like this year. And it's just like no. Last year. Was it last year? No, it was this year. And it's like, holy shit. My 12-year-old son is brilliant and yet wants to be a commercial artist. Go fig. Well, you start him early. All of this before I hit level 50. Jesus Christ. You're just racking up all these accomplishments. I need the brush, not the eraser. What the fuck? Kira, I would be surprised if you had a job at 14. Although, if you're planning on writing your friends' comic books, then you can start that whenever. Oh, hello, Dawn Draws Stuff. Welcome to the chat. I think I may have seen you pop in here a couple times. Yeah, I'm trying to ink my piece from yesterday, which is Patrick Quinlan's character, the boss from Phenomenon. So I'm working my way up to getting halfway through this piece, but I don't know how much longer I'm going to stream. We'll see. I'm going to try to get some more of this done. And Kira says. Yes. Yes. Listen to your father. Listen to your father and listen to Tank Ferret. Embrace the springtime of your youth. Don't try to rush it. Because much like you're saying that it's going to be busy with your homework, it's going to be busy with a real job too. So enjoy it. Enjoy childhood while you still can. Okay, how the fuck am I going to do this? All right, does he have... I need to see if he has, like, visible abs, or if it's just a shirt. Well, obviously it wouldn't be visible abs because it's under a shirt, but I need to see if it's, like, tight enough to show, like, an outline. It's not. Okay, that makes it easier for me. Or maybe it does. Good God. Okay, so if I go by the Chris Graves artwork, he does have visible abs. If I go by the Alan Goldman art, he does not. I feel like I need to have the abs. Good night, all. Gotta bounce. All right. Have a good rest of your night, Tank Ferret. He comes back every day from work tired and immediately starts gaming or goes to sleep. My mom also has to go to work, and they both describe it as, well, they say death might be better than work. I wouldn't necessarily agree with that, but work can be tiresome. Quite tiresome. All right. Got that there. Let's put a tiny bit. Fuck. Oh, yeah, that would be a pain in the ass. I say the only thing they hear all day is coworker gossip and orders. Yeah, that would be a pain in the ass. Yeah, I had to work with gossipy coworkers, very catty individuals. Thankfully, that's changed. Can't have that too close. Okay. I think I am going to... Very true. And if you get a significant following on YouTube, then it's even more likely that you could be your own boss. Like that is my fucking dream. If I could do YouTube full time and do like art full time, like this type of art, then I would be living the dream. Do I think that's likely to happen? Probably not, but it's not going to stop me from trying to get it to happen. Okay, how do I want to draw this? So, top part would be right about here. That'd be going all the way down to around here. I mean, writing and drawing and staying hopeful gets me bored and tired. Imagine. You might have to crash out again. Staying home. That time, okay. Staying home gets me bored and tired. Imagine a job. Well, I can't really agree with you on the staying home part because I'm pretty much a very big homebody. So I very much prefer staying at home. Of course, that may also be because I'm a single guy and I don't really have much need to go out. I'm also a cheapskate. I need to confirm where abs are. Okay, belly button is like right in the middle. Thank you, Henry Cavill. Yeah, that would be like right here. Although that needs to be curved a bit. All right. And then up here. Okay. And then from there, I can just add some, I guess, like tension lines. I gotta Okay, so those ones are vertical. Trust me, it is very difficult for me to take anything personally. I have a very high tolerance. This time, if I crash out and say, I swear on everything sweet, don't take it personally. No problem. Go right ahead. Alright, got those. Oh, God. I feel like there could definitely be some wrinkles down here. Yeah, he needs that. All right. Okay, I can get behind that. Totally okay. Totally okay. I'd much rather you crash out in the chat rather than crashing out on a live stream. That is usually far more embarrassing for the person doing the crash out. But doing it there is no problem. Go right ahead. Sometimes you just gotta let loose. That would, whoa. Get myself for a loop there. This part be thicker because there's a space there. Anyways, a spider bit me. It was a small. It was small though. I'm afraid I have to get out the flamethrower. I fucking hate spiders. Love Spider-Man, hate spiders. So quite ironic. I didn't though. I took the crash out on it. Smart. You directed it in a good direction. All right. Spider-Man fine. Peter Parker's nice. Okay, that part's all good. No. Oh, that's why. Okay, that makes more sense. So there, connect these lines. Oh no, it's totally fine. Only one in stream once again. How lovely. Not in that way, I mean it in a sarcastic way. I'm talking so it sounds like I'm saying something else. Don't take it that way. No problem. Trust me, even just one person is totally fine. Um, Whenever it's like 0 people and I'm just talking to myself, usually I just put on some music and just wait until somebody pops in or until I get tired. Um, I do know that I'm probably not going to finish this tonight. um, it's probably going to end. It's definitely going to end up being a 3-day stream. Okay, got that part done. Excuse me. But yeah, one of these days I'll actually get to start working on some comic ideas of my own. But it's the job of a promoter to actually promote. Hence what I'm doing right now. All right. Well, thank goodness you saved yourself from becoming Peter Parker. Although you could probably write yourself a better story than what the modern writers for Spider-Man are coming up with. They're just putting him through all sorts of hell. You could write him a special someone that he actually gets to live a happy life with. Yeah, because it seems like modern Spider-Man writers are just like allergic to giving Peter Parker like a happy life. Like first they put MJ with that Paul jackass. Then they turn Mary Jane into Venom. And that's not even counting the what was it? It was a One More Day storyline. That was the I think that was like the beginning of the downfall of Spider-Man. Stupid fucking retarded shit. I don't want the power now. I'm too young to have powers. They should make a comic that is just Peter sitting on a couch next to a special someone that is not Mary Jane. Black Cat. Either Black Cat or Gwen Stacy in like a dream sequence or like an Elseworld story. I always forget about like Betty Brant from like the early Spider-Man comics. Oh shit. Kira, maybe you can hold on. They should let him chill for a sec. I bet one. I. Oh yeah, superhero comics are notorious for just like having a character die and then just he's alive again. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, something you could do, Kira, is if you wanted to, like, test yourself, you could draw Spider-Man, a special somebody, and see if you can make her even hotter than your Wolverine's girlfriend character. That could be a good way to test your female drawing. Oh, that's how it should be. Not this way. No. Hmm. I'll make her look like a very gorgeous fellow, much more beautiful than Joe. Maybe she can be named Flower or Sum. Sum? Tell me one for Sum, or two for Sum, or three for something else, because I'm not sure the pronunciation on that one. Sum. Okay. I don't think I've heard a name like that before, but there's a first time for everything. Alright, I need to draw this. Fuck. Okay. Now that can look better. Come on. Alright, follow the yellow brick road. Follow the grain of the body. I'll make her like a gorgeous pink-haired woman with white hair. But you're gonna have to choose pink or white, or you could do a combo. You could do pink eyes with white hair and pink highlights. That's a possibility. It'd be a good way to test the different test drawing different colors for her hair. Yeah, combo. Sorry about that. Yeah, combo could work really good. It's like, oh, I need to stretch my legs. Jesus Christ. She could almost have like, what is it? I think there was a character. There's a Spider-Man character named Silver Sable. But the one you'd probably be more familiar with is Black Cat. And with her having white hair, if you put like pink highlights in that, then I think that could be it could be an interesting combination right there. She'll be 27 or 405 if she's a vampire like my character Julius. But my favorite character is Santana. He's not a vampire. Now that I mention it, I never told you about them. No, you have not. Oh, trust me, there have been many of those. But don't worry, it's probably not you. It's probably more so me. And they probably popped in, looked at what area I'm at, and they're just like, okay, this part's not interesting. I'll check back on the replay. Well, you're in chat. All right. Oh, good lord. Okay, I'm gonna try to get some of this cape done. See how far I get. All right. All right. So this is what the piece is looking like so far. Just for anybody who is stopping in. Like I have already said to those who are already here, then this will probably end up being a 3-hour, not 3-hour, but it probably will be a 3-hour, good lord, 3-day stream. So certainly feel free to pop in whenever. The replay will be used. We'll be just yapping about stories, characters, art, and other random stuff. Sorry if I may bore sometimes. I don't really express myself much to people. Trust me, you're not a bore. You're giving yourself far too little credit. And trust me, whenever it comes to live streams, um, a lot of times the chat can just pull you in whatever direction it sees fit. So, no problem there. You can talk about pretty much almost whatever you want. All right. All right. Okay, gotta stretch the back. Give me a moment. Oh, that felt so much better. Okay. Excuse me. I could probably take that down. All right. By the way, my favorite character is Santana. He also goes by San Viego or Viego because of how he looks. When I say he looks good, I mean he looks better than Joe. Whenever you say that, I think like Henry Cavill-esque. All right. Oh, that goes all the way up. Okay. That makes a hell of a lot more sense than what I was thinking. And how does Santana factor into your story, Kira? Because you told me a lot about your other characters, but not much about him. All right. Slowly but surely working away at this. He has long red hair. His skin is palish. I'm probably going to butcher this, but he has a jeet, a Japanese weapon. He doesn't have a skirt, though. A shirt. Okay. Maybe it's because it's 12:40 where I am. I thought you said he doesn't have a skirt. It's like I would usually expect a man to not have a skirt. Unless he was like Scottish and it was a kilt. Okay. He doesn't have a shirt though. Dumbass me. Like, man, put a shirt on. He wears boots and black jeans and 2 belts. He also has blue eyes. Okay, I could see those colors going together. Two primary. Is he a hero? I'm guessing he's a hero. Okay. Santana is with the protagonist. He is with the main helper, Jack Winters. Okay. I was sort of guessing that based on the color choice. Because usually primary colors like red, red, blue, and yellow are usually used in like heroic characters and like what the fuck are they called? Um, Secondary colors are usually used for like villains. Now, granted, that's not like a hard and fast rule, but that's usually what you can learn from like color psychology. His power is that anything he touches can speed up. Oh, and did I mention he's mute? He cannot talk, so I have to be usually telling the reader what he is trying to say. How are you telling the reader what he's trying to say? Is he like writing it down on like a piece of paper, or is he telepathically speaking to them? I'm curious. You've got me curious, Kira. Or is he making like hand motions, like sign language? Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Slowly but surely. Okay. So you like have the other characters like say something and then he reacts to it. Okay, where the fuck? There and okay. Yeah, he has a special interest in Franz. He never made a friend until now. Okay. So you can have Franz be sort of like his mouthpiece. Don't worry, I wasn't thinking that. You can still have a special interest in someone in an entirely platonic way. That's better than I know. I don't know jack shit about German. Franz can also speak German since I'm trying to teach myself some, such as Guten Tag and Wiegescher. I don't know what the fuck those are. I think Guten Tag is greetings. I don't know what the fuck Wiegescher is. Sounds like a like a hot dog or like a wiener roast. All of my German viewers on the replay are going to be like, "How dare you besmirch our language?" I think Guten Tag is good morning or hello, and and waits higher is how are you? Oh my. Autocorrect is really fucking with you. Of course, it's probably set for like English. And it's like, I don't understand these German words you're typing out. It must mean something else. Yeah, autocorrect on YouTube is much more unforgiving than having it elsewhere. Okay. Holy shit, it's been 3 hours already. I've made it my goal to get this cape section finished up. And by God, I'm gonna finish it. You're gonna explode autocorrect with your killer queen. Oh, by the way, how did you come up with that that username? Is that like related to some anime? It's from an anime. Yeah. Yeah. It's from an anime. Ya from JoJo's. It's an antagonist that wants to live a quiet life, and he has a hand fetish. Oh my. Quite the interesting little thing to throw in at the end there. But I would expect nothing less from anime. What part was the autocorrect on that one? Was it the ya from JoJo's? Or is it something with a hand fetish that was auto-corrected? I think at this point I would accept either one. Good God. Killer Queen is his stand that can explode anything it touches. It has sheer heart attack, and Killer Queen bites the dust. What's his stand? Is that another autocorrect? Are we gonna get another Kira crash out? Also, it is super late, so my brain just may not be working at it at 100%. So I may just be missing something entirely. Good lord. Alright, so freaking close. Sheer heat attack is a bomb that can track your heat. It's a tank, bites the dust, can reset the universe by 10 seconds, and a stand is a power given to them by a stand arrow. Heart attack. Okay. Heart attack is a bomb that can track your heart. I'm guessing. It's a tank. Bites the dust. Can reset the universe by 10 seconds. And a stand is a power given to them by a stand arrow. Okay. No, oh, now it can track your heat. Anything hot, it tracks. Okay. I fucked something up. Where was it? There we go. That works. These three are my stands because I'm totally Yoshikage. I'm not familiar with any Yoshikage other than you, so I'm going to say yes. And I have not had the pleasure of watching that that anime that you referenced, so I'm going to say yes. Okay. Yeah, it's almost 1 o'clock here, so I will definitely be jumping off after I finish up this cloak. I'll be here for a little bit more. Okay. Oh, gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Alrighty. Bless you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so I have that done. There's just this little part here I can fix. I can do that. That won't take any time at all. But after this, I'll be calling it a night. Pardon me. Now the only problem is that usually whenever I sneeze, that wakes me up more. And I need to go to bed at some point. Okay. Again, the benefit of having it be a nearly destroyed place is that the bricks do not need to be pretty. All right. All right, gotta hop off now. Nice stream. Hope I see you tomorrow. Also, I'll probably have more lore tomorrow, so and more characters. So bye bye. Have a good night. Hope you sleep well. I hope you have a good night as well, Kira. I'll probably see you tomorrow. Provided I don't get pulled into like some other type of thing, then I will most likely have a stream because I do want to get this piece done. So have a good rest of your night. Hope to see you tomorrow. See ya. All right. Good. Goodness gracious. Come on. Ah, fuck my headache. Oh, it's moved right behind my fucking eye. Alright, I think I owe you guys some music. And my phone is actually charged now, so... Alright, let's put some music on. So I can keep you guys entertained while I'm still here. Let's do tavern music. After the damn commercials. Oh, that... I had to do a different one. I hated how that last one sounded, because it just drones on. God damn it. Okay. Alrighty, guys. I'm starting to get a little bit loopy. So I think it is time for me to end the stream. So, here's what I'll do. Turn that back down, because I don't need that anymore. And what I'll do is I'll stop sharing this, because I don't need to have that up anymore. What I'll do is I'll go over to Patrick Quinlan's campaign for Phenomenon number 3. And I will replay this trailer for you. And we can end on a high note. Alrighty, so for anybody watching on the replay, definitely go and check out Phenomenon number 3 by Patrick Quinlan. And also the River of Blood Second Chance campaign. Great creator, great concept, great shows, great all around. So yeah, definitely go and check that out. Let's get this funded. Come on, guys. Alrighty. We can stop sharing that screen. And let's see if I can make this in one go, shall we? If you guys enjoyed this stream, if you enjoyed the art, then definitely please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to grow the channel and get some more eyes on these projects that I'm promoting while trying to improve my own art. So hopefully that is succeeding at least somewhat. But can't do it without you guys. So I wanted to extend my gracious thanks to Kira, to Tank Ferret, and the Dawn Studios who popped in very briefly earlier. But still, thank you to everybody who showed up for the stream. Even if you weren't in the chat, thank you as well. And I hope to see all of you in future streams, which may be tomorrow. Anyways, I've yet again failed to do the outro in one go. So if you would, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see all of you guys in the next video. Peace out.